Welcome back to Win, my fellow entrepreneurs. Today we are going to be discussing an important topic, 12 standard forms of value creation in business. Businesses come in different forms and shapes, and you can generally categorize them into 12 forms. At the end of this video, you will have a clearer insight into the kind of business you are working on and what you need to succeed in it. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share with other business enthusiasts like you. Okay, let's get started. It was Ludwig von Mises, an Austrian economist, that said, "Value is not intrinsic. It is not in things. It is within us. It is the way in which man reacts to the conditions of his environment." In order to successfully provide value to another person, it must take on a form they're willing to pay for. Fortunately, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Economic value usually takes on one of 12 standard forms. 1. Product. Create a single tangible item or entity, then sell and deliver it for more than what it costs to make. 2. Service. Provide help or assistance, then charge a fee for the benefits rendered. 3. Shared resource. Create a durable asset that can be used by many people, then charge for access. 4. Subscription. Offer a benefit on an ongoing basis and charge a recurring fee. 5. Resale. Acquire an asset from a wholesaler, then sell that asset to a retail buyer at a higher price. 6. Lease. Acquire an asset, then allow another person to use that asset for a predefined amount of time in exchange for a fee. 7. Agency. Market and sell an asset or service you don't own on behalf of a third party, then collect a percentage of the transaction price as a fee. 8. Audience aggregation. Get the attention of a group of people with certain characteristics, then sell access in the form of advertising to another business looking to reach that audience. 9. Loan. Lend a certain amount of money, then collect payments over a predefined period of time equal to the original loan plus a predefined interest rate. 10. Option. Offer the ability to take a predefined action for a fixed period of time in exchange for a fee. 11. Insurance. Take on the risk of some specific bad thing happening to the policyholder in exchange for a predefined series of payments, then pay out claims only when the bad thing actually happens. 12. Capital. Purchase an ownership stake in a business, then collect a corresponding portion of the profit as a one-time payout or ongoing dividend. Let's investigate these 12 standard forms of value in more detail. Form of value number 1. Product. Business is not financial science. It's about creating a product or service so good that people will pay for it. Anita Roddick, entrepreneur and founder of The Body Shop. A product is a tangible form of value. To run a product-oriented business, you must 1. Create some sort of tangible item that people want. 2. Produce that item as inexpensively as possible while maintaining an acceptable level of quality. 3. Sell as many units as possible for as high a price as the market will bear. 4. Keep enough inventory of finished products available to fulfill orders as they come in. A novel is a good example of a product. It had to be written, edited, typeset, printed, bound, and shipped to bookstores in sufficient quantities before reaching your hands. Leave out any of these steps and you wouldn't be reading it. To make money, a book must be sold for more than it costs to create, print, and distribute. Products can be durable, like cars, computers, and vacuum cleaners. They can also be consumable. Goods like apples, donuts, and prescription medications are products as well. Products don't have to be physical, even though things like software, ebooks, and MP3s don't have a distinct physical form. They are entities that can be sold. Providing value in product form is valuable because products can be duplicated. A book may only be written once, but individual copies can be printed and delivered millions of times to readers all around the world. As a result, products tend to scale better than other forms of value, since they can be duplicated and or multiplied, all discussed later. Form of value number 2, service. Everyone can be great because everyone can serve. Martin Luther King, Jr., human rights activist. A service involves helping or assisting someone in exchange for a fee. To create value via services, you must be able to provide some type of benefit to the user. In order to create a successful service, your business must 1. Have employees capable of a skill or ability other people require but can't, won't, or don't want to use themselves. 2. Ensure that the service is provided with consistently high quality. 3. Attract and retain paying customers. A good example of a service business is a barbershop. A haircut is not a product, You can't purchase one from a shelf. The service is the series of actions the stylist uses to transform your current hairstyle into the one you want. In this sense, doctors, freelance designers, massage therapists, lawn care providers, and consultants are all service providers. Services can be lucrative, particularly if the skills required to provide them are rare and difficult to develop, but the trade-off is that they're difficult to duplicate. Services typically depend on the service provider's investment of time and energy, both of which are finite. A heart surgeon can only complete so many 4-hour operations on any given day. If you're developing a service, be sure to charge enough to compensate for the time you'll be investing on a daily basis in providing the service to your customers. Otherwise, you'll discover that you're working too hard for too little reward. Form of value number 3, shared resource. A shared resource is a durable asset that can be used by many people. Shared resources allow you to create the asset once, and then charge your customers for its use. In order to create a successful shared resource, you must 1. Create an asset people want to have access to. 2. Serve as many users as you can without affecting the quality of each user's experience. 3. Charge enough to maintain and improve the shared resource. Over time, gyms and fitness clubs are a classic example of a shared resource. A fitness club may purchase 40 treadmills, 30 exercise bikes, 6 sets of free weights, a set of kettlebells, and other useful but expensive equipment that lasts a long time. The club's members benefit by being able to access this equipment without having to purchase it themselves. Instead, they pay an access fee, which is much easier for an individual to afford. Most gyms combine access to their shared resource with services and subscriptions, a common example of bundling to be discussed later. Businesses like museums and amusement parks work in much the same way. Whether it means studying a Monet or riding a roller coaster, shared resources allow many people to take advantage of experiences that would otherwise be too expensive. The tricky part about offering a shared resource is carefully monitoring usage levels. If you don't have enough users, you won't be able to spread out the cost of the asset enough to cover upfront costs and ongoing maintenance. If you have too many users, overcrowding will diminish the experience so much that they'll become frustrated, stop using the resource, and advise others not to patronize your business, diminishing your reputation. Finding the sweet spot between too few members and too many is the key to making a shared resource work. Thank you for watching. We shall continue the rest of the form of values in a later video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of these valuable business and entrepreneurship concepts. See you in the next one.